Let's talk about education or school. Tell me about your scene in your school. Well, actually, previous school is one of the most well-known educational corner about the scenery and also the preparation about the quality of teaching. Well, first of all, I will target on telling you about the scenery, which is very stunning and spacious. Well, as you know that, many school leaders is aimed to create a fully encompassing environment, which actually accidentally is disruption about for the students' perception of providing a protection environment. But in my school, there's a race of flower streets which offer a natural sense and sweet sense of belongings to students initially. While my school leader is also provide and offer to develop giant trees to with a wide foliage to reflect fully the distracted sounds from transportation outside the schools. This can as a precursor to create a fully encompassing and eco-friendly space to education, which is enhance the sense of belongings and a relaxing immersive environment to students. Moreover, you can note that the architecture about my school is very great. Two buildings interspersed with corridors to make a sense of connections between each class and each student. No, moreover, the playground is vast, mixing with the natural environment, which is encompassing students with preparation and relaxation about the learning acquisition. Moreover, and furthermore, that school leaders and giving the gaining a nuanced understanding about the expansion of hands-on activities for students has developed many multi-purpose rooms for many myriad clubs to develop their experiments or their activities after the school class. This facilitates a well-rounded conditions for education. Go today, I will target on two questions and for you to evaluate my speaking test. Because the other question is, what would you like to change about your school? Well, actually, nowadays I have no potential and abilities to change anything about my previous school. But as a school, as my previous school is have a location in my heart, I think that when I become a headquarters or a traditional entrepreneurs, I will invest more money to train my educational system in my previous school. Well, as you know that Vietnam today is also traditionally and conventionally approach a student, no, a teacher-central approach to education and teaching to student acquisition. Well, you know that this approach targets on teacher delivering merely the information and knowledge to students, and this is passive, the critical thinking and media social skill, which is can be which might have been developed significantly to prepare for a future career path. Well, and by the results, I think that develop a student-centered approach initially, which it can present and apply students to prepare for the presentation, group discussions, or prepare for the hands-on projects. This is not only provide a open mind education, but also can enhance myriad skills like social techniques, leaderships, or teamwork skills, which can enhance and boost the perception about the world. Not only that, lack of hands-on experience and tools is the also pervasive in myriad of schools in Vietnam. So if I am an entrepreneur, I will invest the monies into hands-on experience and tours. For example, I can conduct uh, tours for per semester to other cities or also other countries to, or I can apply my students to community service activity helps to give the students a nuanced understanding of cultural values, and raise the perception of students to a real world. And by that, it can which create a combination of the learning acquisition, which is classroom merely provide to a full growth development in the future. Well, let's talk about restaurants. So the first question, do eating out in restaurants be beneficial for you? Well, actually, at my point of view, restaurant, especially some posh restaurants and international restaurant, which allure many allies, is very waste. It's the waste of money because I live in a average walks of life, so invest money in restaurants and gaining the culinary experience is very luxurious and it's not a way that we can enhance the quality of life. But in contrast, I think that by chance going to the restaurants, dining out with friends or families or college is a way to gain the connection between close-knit relationships. Well, do you know that restaurants serve as an ideal social hubs, which where you can gather the families, friends, colleagues to get when having special occasion celebrations such as birthday, anniversaries for grandparents, or business meetings, which can foster the relationship and strengthen the network between each other. For, moreover, eating out restaurants can together gaining the culinary experience where we can provide and narrating the stories and also we can try out some exotic cuisine in provide in a cultural values all over the world. For example, many restaurants employ the highly qualified chefs to diversify the recipes and culinary techniques which are very signature. Well, this serves as a cuisine highly replicate, and it is very hardly to try out this recipe. So it's very great when immense joy and fulfillment and enjoy the delicious food to have more interesting and memorable experience when immensing and experiencing engaging in the restaurants. Wow, what could you do to retain and attract customer if you are the restaurant manager? Well, actually, I am a high school girls, so I not have actually certain broaden mind about developing an less I revise my version. Well, as you know that I am a high school girls, so developing an business about cuisine is very hard to me. But at my point of view, if I am become a pioneer in cuisine and introduce my cultural values of Vietnam to other countries, I will target on the food insurance first, especially the tasty. Well, as the business that introduce the cultural values, especially in the cuisine of Vietnam to the world, I can hold a special and impressive space in the restaurant. While the tasty of food is being developed, the signature recipes and culinary techniques to impress the international foreigners to my foods. For example, I can build up their own cultural values of restaurant to gain the expressive memory to customer. Besides that, the food insurance about safety is also developed very significantly. Well, you know that it's very a catastrophic and disastrous events when the restaurant is being posted on the Facebook or internet due to the lack of safety in the food to, so retaining a safe and highly qualified portion is essential and vital when you are developing a restaurant. Moreover, I can target on the dedicated and thoughtful service to the customer because customers is impression from the best service from the minimal and interval details. For example, I can develop the environment that surrounds what's prepared, or I can allocate the solid departments in a logical way to easily access. Not only that, the decor testing is also being followed and unique control developed by own and maintain the balanced ambience and dedicated palette of color style to create a fully encompassing environment for customers to engage in the food test. Moreover, the music is a pivotal role in testing because the music is trigger the brain metabolism to enhance the experience of testing. So I can enhance the traditional music to create a fully encompassing space to relax and test.